Hey everybody, how's it going? Um, so I just figured I'd sit down and talk about, um, I don't know, I guess like what your life will look like what your life will look like if you kind of just like put things off in your 20s or like don't finish college, or even if you do finish college and you're just working some job that you're basically only doing for the money and nothing else, you know? I don't think like I wish this somebody had told me something along these lines like when I was younger, and they would have told me like this is what your life is going to look like, right? So basically you if you're living in the United States and you have, let's say you're like, I don't know, in your late 20s or something, you like never finished college, you like never did a trade school, you never like upskilled basically. It's almost as if you just got straight out of high school with a diploma, in a professional sense at least. That's what employers see. You might as well have just got out of high school. So basically, you're going to wake up probably in, like a one bedroom apartment or a studio apartment that is not that nice. And then you're going to go work at a job like 8 hours a day, regardless of what it is. You're probably not going to like it. If you don't have a college degree and, um, like I said, you don't have a trade or anything like that, and you have a job that you like, you are so lucky. You are so lucky, because I think it's like there's some statistic. It's like 80% or like 75% or 70%, something like that. I think it's like 85% actually of people like do not find their work fulfilling. So so you're gonna go to your work, you know, do like some shit you don't care about for like not very much money. Then you're gonna come home to your like substandard living quarters. Like then after working all fucking day and you're probably tired, and you hate your job and you have no money, but then if you're like rational, you know that what you need to be doing to get anywhere in life is to like get home from working, right? And then you need to like be taking night classes online, or you need to be like doing your quote side hustle or whatever, right? You need to be doing your other thing to like eventually get yourself out of your current position. Because if you just do your current position in life, your shitty job, and that's it, and you just come home and play video games, your life is never going to change. It's going to be like that forever, right? So like basically what I'm saying with this video is, if you don't upskill, you don't finish college, your life, there's like nothing in life like daily that you really like, really. I mean, there's you probably hate your job, you don't have enough money, you don't even have enough money to go out and like do any things with the money that you're making. And in America, you're working so hard just to like barely pay everything. You don't have any wiggle room at all. So let's say you make like $200 extra a month, right? You pay all your bills and you have, less than $1,000 extra a month for sure. If you're working like minimum wage, or like the informal minimum wage, which I would argue is like $15 an hour, basically. Like everywhere pretty much pays $15 an hour. You're not going to have anything in your life that really you know what I mean? And just living that kind of a lifestyle for an extended period of time is, fuck, it's hard, man. It's like depressing. Like I don't think people, they probably do get it, but people on the outside looking in, they like don't get it. Um, yeah, and I don't know, I was like always kind of that way, um, like in my life, I did not really, it's not like I hated high school, but I definitely would like finish my homework and everything, and be like, okay, now I'm done with everything. Like these are like my hours to actually enjoy my life, right? I'm gonna um watch a movie, or I'm gonna play like this new game, or like do whatever. Like I'm just gonna browse the internet or whatever. Like any of my interests, that's where I actually like enjoyed all my time, and my favorite part of. And I didn't want to go to sleep because I knew the next day it was gonna be all the same shit, right? Like why would I want to go to bed right now? I want to extend the hours of my life I'd actually enjoy, and then I'll go to bed, but at like the last second when I like absolutely need to, so I can like at least function tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow, what's tomorrow going to bring? All the same shit. It's going to go to school, sit in class, learn all the shit I don't really care about or like enjoy, right? Like learn math, learn fucking English class, write essays. Um, at least you get to see your friends and stuff. But for the most part, like I remember days, I would bitch about this to my girlfriend at the time, all the time. I was like, it's just the same shit all the time. Like I don't want to do this. Like senior year, we had this English class, and then this professor was like notorious for giving out essays, and it was just essays all the time. I was like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate writing so much, I hate the time it takes, I hate sitting down like writing about something that I don't care about, that doesn't interest me, and I just like want like variety so bad, you know. I was just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I fucking hated it. And newsflash, yeah, if you don't finish college, or if you, even if you do, and like I said, if you don't have a job that you really like, your life is basically going to be like that. It's like most of your life you're not going to enjoy. There's no part of your everyday life that you really enjoy. You know, it's wake up early, don't like that. You know, go to a job, commute to your job, probably don't like that. Your actual job itself, you probably don't like that. You get commute home, you don't like that. You finally get home and you're like, fuck, I just want to like, you know, take the few hours I have to like actually enjoy my life and like do things I'm interested in, that I, you know, that give me enjoyment and that I actually care about. Those oftentimes, like most of the time, usually those things don't actually like get you ahead in life. So I guess the secret is to like find something that you actually truly enjoy, but will also get you ahead in life. Um, which is hard to find. But yeah, I was just thinking about this recently, I guess. You know, I mean, I guess if you have like a decent job, you did get a degree or whatever, and you're making like, or if you did like a trade school, which, I mean, people who do trades are probably happier than people who are just minimum wage workers who are like in their late 20s or whatever, you know, who didn't finish a degree or just never upskilled and stuff. I really do think it's kind of like it's a depressing way to live your life. Um, but anyway, if you do at least have some money coming in, you know, then on your weekends, then on your time off, you can actually like go out and spend your money on doing like an activity, or you can get, you know, into like expensive hobbies, or not even expensive hobbies. You know, you can buy like a motorcycle, you can go ride dirt bikes. People who work minimum wage don't even have the money to like go, you know, buy a dirt bike, cheap used a dirt bike or something, because they're just barely making it in the first place financially. Yeah, it's just a hard way to live your life for an extended period of time, not um like not enjoying even half of your day, you know. Most of your day you don't even enjoy. It's like it's a shitty way to live. You know, that's part of the reason why I moved overseas, is because I was like, dude, I just wanted like an easier life, honestly. Like someone work all day, you know, all the time, and then come home, and those like few hours I have, I'm also supposed to bust my ass towards like, you know, learning or studying something that's going to get me ahead in life, and then just go to bed and then repeat. Yeah, I know it's a hustle, 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 all this culture. It's like, dude, the whole hustle culture. It's like, dude, most fucking humans can't do that shit, you know, nonstop for like a year. I need like an hour a day at least to just chill and do something relaxing and like take time off, you know, like no days off, bro. Yeah, okay, you can go and do that for, you know, 2 years straight. And tell me how that's going. I don't think very many people can realistically fucking do that, but you know. So anyway, moving overseas, that's like another option, is if you can make like 20 bucks an hour, 15, 20 bucks an hour online, move to like a super cheap country, and then you only have to work like, you know, half the time that you did in the States. Granted, having an online job is, depending on what it is, can be so fucking boring and so repetitive and so mindless. So that's like a different kind of battle. But at least now I have to work way less to pay my bills, and I have so much more time, you know, that I can still like use for recreation and like relaxation time, you know, which like doesn't get me anywhere in life. I'm not delusional about that. Like I know it doesn't fucking do anything for me. Like watching YouTube or watching like some TV show or something. Um, but yeah, I have time for that, and I have time to, you know, actually do the things, study and learn, and, you know, build skills that will eventually get me ahead in life. But um thought I was gonna say something else too. And like in the States, you know, everything is so expensive, and you know, gig economy is on the rise, no benefits, all this stuff, right? So that plays a factor into everything too. You know, all these Zoomers have a point, man. We're working so hard. You're working so hard, like 40, 45 hours, 50 hours a week, just to like barely be able to pay your rent. And then on top of that, to even like move forward in your life, like I said, you need to be doing extra on top of that. You need to be also going to school, or you need to be also like teaching yourself something, or also getting a certificate in something so you can actually eventually get out, or like also building your business, right? So you can eventually get out and move on, like get out of that situation. Um, I'll do whole videos on um, the economy and people not wanting to work, and minimum wage, and corporations and companies taking advantage of people, and, you know, gig workers and contractors and all this stuff. Um, like everything is all connected to each other. It's not just one thing. It's a, it's a conglomeration of stuff that makes life harder. Um, yeah, I just wish somebody had told me like, hey, like if you don't go to school, or if you don't go into a trade, or you just like coast along in your life, and you know, because I don't know, when I was younger, I just started like, oh, it'll be fine, you know, I'll just, I don't know. I just didn't really understand like the whole money aspect of it, as well. Just like, oh, I'll just like work part-time, and, you know, live with my friends, and, you know, everything will be fine, more or less, I'm sure. Um, but I wish somebody had sat down and told me like, okay, here's what your life is going to look like. Okay. You're going to wake up, you're going to go to a job you don't care about to make little pay. Then you're going to come home. You're going to be exhausted. You're still going to have to cook. You're still going to have to, you know, take care of like your apartment, do everything. And then on top of that, you also are going to have to go to school or get a certificate or one of these things, right? You're going to have no free time. There's going to be almost no part of your day that you actually enjoy. And if you take time away from that, if you make time to just relax and do hobbies, you're just going to get farther and farther behind in life, right? And then as this happens over the years also, you develop like, what do you call that? Like you feel bad, man. You feel bad because it's like, oh, I haven't like progressed at all in the last like 2 years. And you like reflect on that. And I don't know, it happened to me. But I don't even know if I would have listened at a young age either. If somebody told me all this, I'd be like, oh, I can take it, or like, I'll handle it, or, you know, I'll figure it out. Um, and it's not like I'm walking around just like actively hating my life, or like hating my day. You know, it's like I have nothing to look forward to, you know? Um, like not I don't have anything to look forward to like immediately. I know it's going to be like a long road of like struggles and hardship, and like long hours, and like doing shit that I don't really want to do, basically, to get ahead in life. And that's just like a hard thing to, I just know my life is going to be the same for at least like a year, you know, at least a year, before like anything really changes. And that's if I like, you know, stay diligent, like stay studying, like stay working, which, like I said, because I'm living overseas, that's like easier to do now than it was in the United States, 100%. Um, and like, I'm aware that, you know, to get ahead in life, I'm going to have to do things that I don't like, and things that, you know, I don't find interesting. Um, I know that that's a necessary part of moving ahead in life and getting somewhere in life. So I don't just expect everything to be, oh, I'm only going to do things that I like and I'm going to get ahead in life. Like, obviously, that's not how it works. Um, but it's just that there's like no balancing force of that, right? There's no other side of that. Like when I was living in the US, it was like my entire day, everything was like, I don't like any of my day, basically, at least here now. Um, you know, I have the part of my day that I don't like, that I just have to like do and get out of the way. And then I have the part of my day, basically the cost of living here is so low. Um, I can split up my day like that, do my work and my studying, and then I can have my relaxation time, in my free time, and just to like go out and do something during the day, you know. And I have extra money to go and spend on the weekends, and go and do like a, you know, little day trip, or, you know, go to the zoo, go do whatever, um, stuff like that. But like really, I do feel like the secret to fucking life is like finding like something that will make you money, that you like at least don't dislike. You know, if you can find something that you actually enjoy and also make money doing it, dude, that's like your life is like solved pretty much. Um, or at least like something you can tolerate for a long time. Um, and And studying really isn't all that fun either. Even if you're interested in the topic itself, actually studying it and learning is, not that fun either, depending on what it is. So, I mean, some people will probably say, oh, well, if you're really interested in something, you should be, you'll love to just sit down and learn it for, 6 hours a day. Again, like, I just don't think there's very many people like that. Um, so yeah, just let's review. So what your life looks like if you don't have a career or are not at least making, $25 an hour at the minimum. You're going to wake up, you're going to go to a job you don't like, spend all day there doing something you don't care about and you're underpaid for probably, or that you think you're underpaid for. And you're going to do that 5 days a week. You're going to come home to a shitty apartment that is like below your living standards or what you want for yourself, right? And then you're going to, in your very limited free time, you'll also need to be hustling or like doing something else that's also like draining energy wise to get yourself out of your current situation so you can eventually better yourself. You're going to have no time to relax. You're going to have no time to enjoy your hobbies. You're going to have no time to, you know, just read a blog or watch TV or watch Netflix or just chill and like relax, basically. Like you're going to have very extremely limited time to do those things. And if you do those things anyway, you're just going to like dig yourself deeper into a hole, meaning like you're not progressing your life. And then if you do that, you're going to feel bad about that as time goes on, and you're going to be like regretful and living in the past, and you're going to be like in your head way too much about your past decisions and like the choices that you made. You will likely go into debt also is like a strong possibility if your job doesn't pay enough, or if you're literally like barely making it and you don't have a lot of financial discipline, or you're just uneducated in finances, which is like the vast majority of America. And you will have very little to look forward to in the short term, which I know the hustle bros are going to say, oh, well, you just do it, just keep hustling, bro, trust the process, and like do it for a year. Okay. Yeah, that's has some merit, but humans, I think, need to have a couple hours the weekend, something time to relax. And that's another thing. On the weekends, if you are living a lifestyle like this, all you want to do on the weekends, even when I just had a normal job, all I wanted to do on the weekends was just like fucking chill and not do anything. And especially when I had a physical labor job, like physically rest on the weekends. Like all I wanted to do was, get away from that shit and just not do anything and just chill for the weekend until it just started all over next week. So it's just really hard to get yourself out of, as a grown person, it's really hard to get yourself out of the minimum or close to minimum wage lifestyle, especially living in America when everything is so expensive. Yeah, it's just not a great way to live your life. And I do think that people, people, they look at people who work at like the bottom, right, of like the pyramid of society, the bottom largest part, and they're like, well, why don't they just upskill and like, educate yourself and like get into it's like, bro, you just to make ends meet, you either have to be 24/7 hustling, meaning job and studying, right? Or you have enough savings to quit your job, that'd be great, right? Or the other option is to quit your job and just go into debt to get yourself ahead in life and get yourself out of your current position. Like, it's not just like, oh, just like, get a better job, bro. Like, educate yourself, bro. And that's why I think the trades are a great option for people, because they don't take that long. You're not just like at a desk job. You're learning like a practical, useful skill. For the most part, obviously the work's probably pretty grindy, and, other like people who passionately love being plumbers, probably not very many, but it's probably pretty tolerable and not like the worst thing in the world. And you're like helping people all the time, every day. For some, God damn, I feel like this video in my mind, it was so much more organized and I had like so many things to say. Kind of feel like it was just scattershot, but yeah. So living your life as someone who never upskilled in your late 20s, that's basically what it looks like. You have, very little to look forward to on a daily basis. The vast majority of your time is spent doing things that you don't like or don't care about, including, studying itself. the process of getting yourself out of your current situation is also not that fun. It's difficult. Um, yeah, like just doing all this at a college age where everybody else is doing it, social wise, like social group wise, is so much easier. Doing all this stuff at a later age, it's just so much harder. Um, so I don't think people ever really talk about this. You know, that's why all these online programs are geared towards, what do they call it? Like, this program is geared towards working adults. Da 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 da. It's like, yeah, because you grow up and you got shit to pay and you can't just like take 4 years off in life like a college student can that doesn't have anything else going on, basically. You know, that's obvious, but yeah, it's just a difficult way to live your life, and so that's what it looks like, you know. All right, this is getting really long, and I feel like I've repeated myself a bunch of times, but yeah, that is how life looks if you never upskilled in your teens or early 20s.